Hello and welcome back to Living Not Existing. As always, I'm Josh. And well, as you've seen by the title, today's episode is on a nice surprise which I've got. And well, basically, no point telling you about it here. I might as well jump straight down the plot and show you down there because I'm really excited. Right, so I'm down here on the plot now, and well, as you can see behind me is the animal pen, see where the chickens were before. And if you can see, I've actually had a bit of a rearrange of everything, and if you remember, all the way along that back fence was covered in glass before, which I've just moved over to near the shed just to get it out of the way. And if you can see, one of those big pallets that I had is sat against there. Now, and obviously I've moved all the existing chickeny pen stuff over there. But yeah, so maybe wondering what's going on here and why all that is. And I've actually got my dad down here today helping out. He's just emptying some things out of his van. And basically what's going on is, I'll wander over here and show you. So we're doing a bit of construction work on top of that pallet, creating a shed thing. And the reason why, if you can already hear, chickens again! And they're absolute lovely little beauties. Load of different varieties in there and everything. You'll be able to see a bit better once I get them out of the cage and they're all running around. But yeah, so I've got those little beauties. Now they're actually only 8 weeks old, so they're only little, and they're not even started laying yet. They've still probably got, I think it gets to about 14 weeks or something like that, and they start laying. Generally speaking, something like that. Anyway, it's a friend of my dad's who had them and sorted out a really good deal with them and everything. So yeah, all brilliant. So basically, the idea is to sort everything out for them. So we're actually due to getting things and stuff. It's actually a little bit later in the day. So fingers crossed we can. Oh, by the way, there's all the glass. But yeah, so fingers crossed we can manage to get it all done. My dad's currently stripping down that other pallet at the moment for getting a bit of wood off. But yeah, the idea is we're going to use that pallet there as the base, put some posts within the front and one in the middle, and then we're going to use that other pallet as basically the roof framework, and then we've got some sheeting to put on the sides and the roof and everything like that, and little box thing to make a little nesting box and stuff. And obviously I have still got the existing little coop as well, so there'll be basically plenty of places for them to go and chill and everything. But obviously they've got a lot of growing up, those ones, and some of them are going to be, I can't remember all the breed names now off the top of my head, but some of them are going to be rather large, a couple of them. So obviously need plenty of space for them, and there is 10 in total is what I've got. So but yeah, so basically I'm going to get cracked on building this and building the framework, and then I'll show you when we've got a bit more framework. But yeah, that's the brilliantness that has happened today. So yeah, we'll crack on and I'll show you when it's a bit more sorted. Right, so as you can now see behind me, we've got a bit of a structure going, and this is completely make it up as you go along type sort of thing, but it's working well. So basically what we've got is
me stuck here.
yeah, my dad's stuck in there. And then so we've got 3 big posts along the front, and they're dug in and knocked into the ground, which are all obviously next to the main pallet floor. Then we've got the existing roof structure there, which is basically the same. Well, it's the same one of them pallets that's out with the 2 that were over there, with the planks taken off, barring a couple of them, as you can see there. Then going along the top, we've got these roofing sheets, which my dad's now fitting on there, stuck between a couple of pieces of wood, so I might have to pull him out in a minute. But yeah, then that's basically the idea. So he's now going along, we're putting each one of them on with an overhang either side. There's actually quite a big overhang along this front edge, but obviously we can chop them down if needs be, but I think we're going to leave quite a large overhang, just obviously stop water getting in and everything like that, and probably put a batten along this front edge, maybe a couple more down overs, just to sort of hold that overhang a bit. But like I say, we're making it up as we go along. But yeah, so my dad's going along now and screwing those roof sheets on. We've still got a few more down there. And yeah, so basically roof's going on now, and then we've got to figure out what we're doing on the sides. So we'll do that and then show you the next bit. Right, so we've now got all of that roof on, as you can see, and basically we've just been stood looking at it, figuring out the sides, and suddenly thought, oh dear, we've only got a couple of sheets left. What are we going to do here? So but then luckily, with me being a collector of all sorts of things, basically turned around and suddenly saw the fence panels over there. So we brought one over here, and believe it or not, they fit perfectly in the gaps. So what we're going to do is, my dad's going to help out by showing you here. We've basically got one of the big planks from the pallet that's now making the roof up. We're going to put that as a cross piece type thing across there, and then that's going to be in relation height wise to, if you can see the window there we've got, which my dad's going to show you as well. We're going to fasten that up there just to let a bit of light in, because of course it's better than it being completely pitch black for all the chickens in there. So yeah, so basically we're going to crack on doing that, getting those bits fastened on, and then getting those sheets fastened on, and yeah, so we'll get that done and then show you what it looks like. Right, so now as you can maybe sort of see, because the light has very quickly dropped off when doing this other bit, we've now got, I'll move closer so you can maybe see, we've now got those two panels on, as well as the window up there as well. Now obviously it's very hard to see right now because it's that dark, so basically we're going to have to call it a day for today because we don't have either end on. So, but don't worry, because the chickens are coming home with me, and they're going to be all safe and sound overnight until we get the rest of it on tomorrow. So until then, we'll do the quick camera, few seconds, hour magic, and be back here tomorrow. So we'll see you then. Right, and we're back, and as you can now see behind me much easier, there's that side that got finished. So we've got both of those fence panels on and the window up there, as you saw. Now we've actually been down here all morning and early afternoon and stuff so far. We're now sort of mid-afternoon, and me and my dad have now got the two sides put on. So if I move my head, you can now actually see we've got the side on there with the door on. So we've got that there with it all blocked in and everything. I mean, luckily I had a door and all sorts of stuff kicking about on here, because as I say, I'm a collector of all sorts of things. Not a hoarder, collector. And as you can see here, there's the other side as well, with the same sort of sheeting as was used on the roof. My dad's just cutting up some kingspan and blocking up a few of the holes there as well, just where there's a couple of drafty bits. So just to get it a bit nicer for now, then yeah, and probably as time goes on, probably find bits and bobs more and be able to block things off more. Then on the inside, we're thinking, well, nesting boxes. What am I going to use for nesting boxes? I had that one little sort of thing I think I showed, like it was actually a wheel arch box out of a van. So we had that, but I thought, that's only going to take a couple really. I thought I could do with more nesting boxes areas. So yet again, turned around and looked over there, and that there, if you can sort of see it just where my finger is a filing cabinet. And never really had a use for it. So inside of here, as you can see, we've got the bale of straw there, and if you can sort of see, it's light enough, sort of picking up on camera a bit. We'll go in. I've put the wheel arch tub is there on the top, mounted up there, and then got the other filing cabinet drawers in here, just as little nesting boxes. So it'll be nice and cosy in here for them. And to be honest, I'm quite comfy myself. So yeah. So we've now brought the chickens over, and they're just sat down here, all happy in there. They had a good nice night's kip at home, so they're all happy. So yeah, basically that's the new chicken shed, and we're now going to let them out. So well, I'll show you them gradually coming out. so there you have it. I've got chickens again. So yeah, and they're absolutely lovely. I've been loving like just watching them all day basically. Once I let them out, like just seeing them running about everywhere and stuff like that, it's brilliant. And one of the grey ones actually, it's really funny what it does every now and again. It keeps just like lifting itself up and just sprinting from one side of the pen to the other, flapping its wings, just having a right good laugh like with other ones of them. They're all running about, playing and pecking about, and it's just lovely watching them. They're brilliant. They're just so energetic little things. They're awesome. But yeah, so they're all brilliant. They're all set up lovely and everything. Obviously we got all that construction work done, and so a massive thanks to my dad for helping out with everything there. And yeah, it's been great really. So not really much more for me to wrap up on. One thing I do want to say though, because you may have spotted it at the very start, but I didn't actually mention about it, is if you happen to see behind me as I was walking around on the plot when I walked like from the animal pen over to my dad's van, you may have seen between where my shed is and where the animal pen is, all the trees are and that, I started laying out wooden beams and started figuring out my new beds, how they're all going to be laid out. So that'll be coming up very soon, showing basically the full build of how the allotment's going to look finally. So but yeah, so that's that. And yeah, no, that's it. I can't really talk about much else. So just remember as well though, to all stay home and stay safe and all that sort of thing. And I'll try and say it a bit more animated than that guy on the TV. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell button. Check out the Facebook and Instagram links down below. There's more and more going in them all the time at the moment. And yeah, I'm Josh, been living not existing. Goodbye.